Welcome back to The Short Coat, coming to you from the amazing and intense world of med school at the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine. I'm Dave Etler, and I'm here with my co-hosts, second-year med students all. Say hello to M2 Zach Grissom.
Hello.
Say hi to M2 Megan Perry.
Hey.
Say hello to M2 Sarah Upton.
Heyo.
Say bienvenuto to Chase Larson.
Hola.
Nice.
Hey, let's visit the SCP newsroom. I have no music to insert here.
There you go. Feels like that should be on the soundboard.
I mean, like I say, I'm working on it. I spent a good half an hour yesterday trying to come up with music to do that.
Yeah.
At the end, I was like, I can't. I have other jobs.
Had to learn to say no.
Yeah. Good.
All right, from the newsroom, let's say you need to breathe. But your lungs are injured. Maybe your breathing muscles are tired or broken. Maybe you just don't want to. Well, don't worry. Soon you may be able to breathe with your hiney. In 2024, the Ig Nobel Prize in Physiology was awarded to a group of researchers who discovered, and I'd like to know more about how this discovery took place, that mammals can reverse the farting process in order to respire. And this year, that group has completed a safety trial of enteral ventilation that demonstrates, hey, it doesn't hurt. So we've got this image I'm going to show you.
I didn't read about this beforehand. I was at Yo-Yo Ma last night at Hampshire.
Oh, I heard that was good.
It was
Fancy.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo Ma.
Yo-Yo Ma, you know.
Here's the image. And basically, I mean, my favorite part is this, which I imagine the departmental graphic designer
Had to have done.
just really had a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You want me to draw what?
yeah, just to draw this IV going into a person's
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah. Let's talk.
And then
Self-
60 minutes later, they
Self-directed.
let whatever's in there out.
Self-directed excretion.
Yes, self-directed. So basically,
No vacuum on it.
The trial used a liquid called perfluorodecolin, which can carry lots of oxygen, ton of oxygen. When administered rectally, it was found to be safe and well tolerated. So the goal here is to give the lungs a break when they're broken, right, Zach?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a way to sort of still deliver oxygen without the pressure injuries and stuff that positive pressure ventilation causes to lung tissue.
Yeah, if you remember the COVID, the early days of COVID, I remember a lot of stories about, the problems with ventilation for people whose lungs are already kind of in a dicey situation, and all of the different things like prone. When they
They would like prone people, so putting them like
on their bellies,
stomach, instead
somehow lessens the
weight and the work of it and stuff, and to like help with some fluid drainage. Yeah. So instead we use fluid now, apparently.
Yeah. Well, as somebody who has been on a ventilator before, I would be like, yeah, please. But that would be fantastic. I guess future studies will see if this technique can actually help patients with respiratory failure. This is just a safety trial, so they were trying to figure out, like, is it going to cause more problems than it solves?
I want to know what the compensation was.
I also was going to say that. I also, who's that? Who was the cyclist that was the doping with the EPO?
Lance Armstrong.
This has Lance Armstrong doping all over it. I'm sorry. That was like my second thought. My first was, how much did this guy get paid? The second was, how many Olympians are going to start using this to like get, increase oxygen to their tissues?
Pre-oxygen.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, I didn't even go there.
Yeah, I didn't until I was like, oh, wait a minute. This
All
has
right.
wait
Now,
a
honest to
minute.
God, my first thought was, well, I guess if farts can come out, oxygen can go in. Which last night, so I've had this on my reading.
You've been ruminating on it?
I've been ruminating on it for a while, and last night while I was thinking about
Ruminating.
this, I was like, wait a minute, that's not how
Thank you.
digestion works. The gas doesn't come out of the body into the digestive tract, at least not much, right? The farts are all a product of digestion.
Yeah.
So and I admit I ran it by Claude. Claude. And Claude at first was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea, Dave," because Claude kisses my ass.
Yeah. Oh.
And then after a while, I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute, Claude," and Claude's like, "That's a good point you made."
Wasting so much energy on niceties.
I know. Such a good point.
Here's the theoretical though. How much would you have to get paid to do this study?
That's what I mean.
$10 Amazon gift card.
$10.
Is what this guy is.
$10.
Is
No,
what this guy
raffle
got.
for $10. He was like,
Depends on what you like.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
I do it for the love of the game.
Oh my god.
Also, I Googled this last night, just like so briefly, and
Yeah.
the article titles for anything reporting on this are so funny.
Oh yeah.
They're so funny. I can't remember any of them.
Sometimes
but
you can tell when headline writers are like, "Oh, this
yeah.
is I'm having a good."
And like PubMed articles too. Like they were being creative with it.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
good for them.
Yeah.
Science is fun.
Yeah.
and sometimes funny.
And like
That's okay.
there's some real cool possibilities here, or so people on Reddit were telling me. Of like applying this for like neonates, like for really underdeveloped lungs, or to really reduce the injuries that come from like ventilating neonates and stuff too. So
Unfortunately, you can't really experiment on children.
yeah,
They do frown upon that.
yeah, that you're not allowed.
But
to do.
I mean, hey, good luck.
average it between the mouse model and the adult male model apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess some of my initial thoughts are some of the like different contraindications you're going to see for like patients this is going to be like
And
usable
tidal colorectal pressures or something like.
for. Yeah. Like think about it. Someone with like Crohn's or
Yeah.
ulcerative colitis or like
Yeah.
things like that. Like that's a whole
Or
other
how,
like
or how you're gonna cycle the fluid so that it's all constantly an oxygenated like amount
Yeah.
of perfluorodecalan.
Yeah, you're right. Because seems like it's or at least what they've tested is only like a
The
temporary,
volume.
or it's like a temporary, like, they only do it once. It's not like ECMO where it's like continuous oxygenation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point.
Temporary measure to
In-
help people who need whose lungs need a little bit of support. From
Right. Right. But like, I mean, how they kind of put it is that's how that is. But usually people who need help need it for longer periods of time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
got a
like
long way to go.
Yeah, it looks like their goal was to have like half a liter to a full liter. So like, how are you gonna like theoretically be evacuating that and then providing a new?
right.
Well, right.
dose
Like, is this
of it.
this person is awake? It looks like.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
so they're
It's that
like,
subjects were awake.
sedated,
It appears.
sedated, and then woken up, and then sedated again if they need it again. Yeah, I don't know.
Or if
Or-
it's like an unconscious patient that can't be awake. Like how do you
Can I just point out a little something with this diagram?
Yeah.
So, they give the interrectal perfluorodecalan
Yep.
up into the butt. And then afterwards, there's 60 minutes later, there's a self-directed excretion.
Mhm.
And the image of this guy, he's sitting on top of a blanket.
I couldn't.
On top
I
of
just
a
I couldn't
toilet.
figure that.
Yeah,
I
it
couldn't
is a
figure
bit
that out.
And I didn't read the I confess when I read the article, I didn't read it closely enough to figure out why there was a sheet.
It was
do they collect?
very short. I did not pick that up from their method section.
Okay.
Which
See, this is the problem
Maybe
with
the
you
fluoro-
scientists.
Like fluorocarbons, maybe that they don't want it to be released into the air or something. I don't know.
So they put it in
Well,
a sheet?
They got to capture it. So
See, so what you're missing is that it's actually like one of those like filters. It's like a drip filter for a coffee, and it actually re-oxygenates the PFD there, and they can reuse it on the next patient.
thank God Chase is here. I would have had no idea.
You missed that. You missed that in the methods, I think,
like,
Dave.
it's like a nice pour over coffee.
That's exactly right.
Brown and everything.
We recently spoke with our financial aid guru, Chris Rowling, about the changes that are coming to paying for med school in 2026. Here's another change that may come someday to nonprofit schools like this everywhere. Free tuition, and not just for medical students. The Healthcare Workforce Expansion Act was introduced at the end of September by Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Jeff Merkley, Sanders of Vermont and Merkley of Oregon, to address the massive shortage of doctors, dentists, and nurses in America. So this would make med school tuition free for students who commit to practicing primary care for at least 10 years. It would make nonprofit nursing school tuition free for any student who wanted to become a nurse. It would make nonprofit dental school tuition free for students who commit to becoming general dentists in rural communities. It would also invest $5 billion in medical, nursing, and dental schools to increase enrollment, recruit and retrain faculty, modernize clinical and classroom spaces. It would add 50,000 new slots for residency programs, dedicating 30% to primary care and 15% to psychiatric residencies. And it would add 15,000 new community-based primary care residency positions. And $20,000 relocation grants to doctors, dentists, and nurses who agree to practice in rural communities. So, okay. It was just introduced. That's a lot of money. That I honestly can't fully expect to see any of this.
Yeah.
But
It's based on our current
idea.
situation.
I was gonna say the thought is there.
Yeah.
It'd be
Thought is
cool.
there.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
yeah.
I love the I do love the optimism
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in putting this proposal forward at this very moment.
Yeah.
And some of the think through
Yeah.
of like, not only are we going to remove barriers to school, but we're going to open positions in residency and then
Yeah.
in community.
Yeah, because I feel like every time we've heard stuff like this, it's
Yeah.
like, let's open a new school. And I'm like,
that's not going to
Oh,
do,
yeah,
anything
yeah.
Do anything.
if
We-
you only have
we-
5 slots.
We started like,
Residency.
I don't know, I don't know if it was a month ago. I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago. What? Anyway,
Sorry.
A news article of like Mark Cuban saying something about like, oh, med school should be free or whatever. And that's like the end of his thought, like
Yeah.
into the fix the problem thing. But this was not like you kept going
yeah.
and going and going. And I was like, oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
has the follow through of it.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of financial challenges, a study last month of 8 private med schools in the Northeast and Midwest found that 1 in 5 med students reported food insecurity, which is above the national average of 13.5% of households, which is too big anyway. Students from underrepresented backgrounds were disproportionately affected. Those with private loans were 15.43 times more likely to be food insecure. Students with federal loans were 3.29 times more likely, and students with Pell Grants were 3 times more likely. Rates varied from 16% to 31.9% across the 8 med schools surveyed. This is, again, private schools. This is private med schools, not public, but I mean, those numbers kind of surprised me a little bit.
Was it like Pell Grant history? Like, because you can't get Pell Grants for med
You're not going to be able to
school.
get Pell Grants anymore. You're not going to be able to get grants anymore anyway, apparently. This is why
Yeah,
I'm like, this
yeah.
is why this story caught my attention, because if
already with
if schools are going to be capped at what, $200,000 for is that the cap that they're contemplating?
Per person maximum. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's not that's not the school being capped. That's like
That-
you.
That's
you
just
can pull
what I
federal-
can-
federal.
What
Yeah.
you can borrow
From the feds.
federally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
and they still can't eat
yeah.
even now.
So I don't know. Do you guys feel like you have you know people who might be food insecure at all?
I think there's a I don't specifically, and that's got to be such an uncomfortable thing to be able to be
Open up.
honest and open
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
because you're in this thing where we fake it to make it come clinicals, like all the times that you're not able to wear scrubs to clinicals, like it's just going to be an expectation that you have like appropriate professional dress that's, you know, laundered, pressed, and like able to be worn to potentially dirty environments, or not wear back after a bed bug or scabies like case comes in or something. Let alone
Thought of that.
right. So to then admit like, yeah, I had to skip meals because I needed to buy a new pair of slacks is
Yeah.
like not unrealistic to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know anyone who has personally like told me, but it's something that I would not be surprised to hear.
Yeah. I think
Unfortunately,
I think here they do a relatively good job with like if you do need more money, like Chris is like, come talk to me. Like I will find you a way to get more money.
Yeah.
Like
And I will say we have the benefit of living in Iowa where, I mean, obviously
Exactly.
Iowa City is not cheap, but if you're asking me about a private school, like a private in the Northeast, like I would say that we are very blessed here in the sense of
our
cost of living.
I mean, even the price of just like regular groceries is like much more manageable.
Mhm.
here.
And gas and
Yeah.
and I think part of being a public university too is that we're attached to the undergrad university, and they have a lot of things like clothing drives for professional wear. They have a food pantry that we can go to if we need it. They have like meal swipe programs that you can apply for. So there are, I think, some more of those like state funded resources, and I don't know what that looks like at private schools.
I'm just thinking the hardest thing about that is the need to go around and do the applications, and
Right.
go to the, like
And like find those resources.
Find
It's
those
been a big thing that I've
resources.
heard, even like with students at our school that like just don't know about them, and how that's something student government has been talking about, of like how do we disseminate that information to our student body in a way that like they'll actually find it and use it.
Because nobody reads their emails.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a folder that emails go to.
Yeah.
And it's not the inbox.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
I know.
yours go to my inbox.
Dave's high importance.
Appreciate that. It's bullshit, but I appreciate it.
But yeah, it like applications that get overly lengthy for things like if you're at a private one and they don't have something within the university within that medical school, then you're looking to go to state ones to ask for things, and sometimes those are extremely expansive or long and require you to fill out the whole thing, even for parts that like don't apply at all. So it's like pages of zeros or NAs, and then right before you sign, there's a big ol' like, here's this civil penalty for that you
For
definitely
fraud.
you definitely did it to the best of your knowledge. But then how do you go and prove when you didn't have money to buy food later on, have money to prove that you didn't have knowledge that you had done it incorrectly or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you get there and you're like, or if you've even paid the money to get it printed because you needed your money to go buy food.
I think the craziest thing about what you just said is the fact that there's a nun standing over your shoulder
taking photos.
taking photos.
What a vibe we have
She's
here.
always watching.
She is always watching.
She's always
Where's your ruler?
over our back.
She's about to start smacking us on the hands. Go find a wooden ruler. I bet you guys have one.
Oh God. Oh God.
Happy Halloween.
Shortcoats, if you have something you want to say about any of these news stories, I'd love to hear from you about, maybe people who are food insecure. Maybe you have something to say about breathing with your butt. I want to hear about it. So go to theshortcoat.com/tell us and send us a message. Otherwise, that is our show. I'm Dave Etler saying, don't let their bastards get you down. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Adios.